Hi everybody, I'm Joanne of Design with Jo, and I'm the third in the trio of demonstrators that are bringing you this sneak peek of the new May 2026 catalog. There's a lot of fabulous things in here, and we can't show you possibly everything, but I hope what you've enjoyed so far, the new in colors, the new suites, the new bundles that Jen and Dar have shown, and I'm curious to know which of the techniques that you've seen are ones that you are thinking you need to try for yourself. I think I'm going to need to do the Louvre card and the shadow stamping. They're so easy, but they look just fabulous when they're done. So today what I'm going to be doing is, instead of focusing on a suite or even a product bundle, I'm going to focus on a set of techniques, and that is embossing. Dry embossing to be exact. And now before you think, oh, well, I know how to do that, you might be in for a surprise, because there's some different things that you can do with dry embossing, specifically in this catalog, and not just specifically in this catalog, that are going to turn your cards into little works of art. So how about we get started right away? So you've seen this a few times already, but I'm going to flip to the back. And the first place we're going to look at is on page 36 and 37, and it is the impressions. So there's a new impressions plate that I'm going to show you right away, and I'm going to show you as well this Opulent Oasis bundle. So when I'd said maybe not a bundle, this is a bundle, and this is a bundle that is super fun to play with. And I'm also going to show you these impressions dies over here with the phrases and frames. So let's get to it. So here are the dies, and this die here is the impressions die of the Opulent Oasis bundle. And you can tell when you're looking at the front because it looks just a little bit different. And in order to make that into a beautiful embossed image, what you need is this new impressions plate. And it comes just in plastic here, and it actually is a heavy, thick black rubber. And what it also has right on here are the two sandwiches that you're going to need to use to create with it, because it both cuts and it embosses. And you only need this part for the embossing. So let me show you what I mean. So we're going to pull this guy out here. And I'm just going to show you the sandwiches that you're going to need, not run it through because I've got lots of examples for you. So we're going to start just by doing the embossing. And if we are going to emboss, what you need number 1, number 2, you need a piece of paper, and you need your die. Now this is upside down because you see it's got more ridges. This is the cutting. And so what we're going to do is we are going to place that onto our paper, however we want it, turn it upside down because we really don't want to cut it. We want to emboss it. And then you're going to place your impressions plate right over top of it, and then you're going to go with plate number 4, that gray one. And you're going to run that through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And what you're going to get is a card that looks like this. So it's not going to cut into the paper, but it is going to make a really deep impression. Now, one thing I have noticed with mine is that in order to get the impression even a little bit deeper, and it will be different for every Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine out there, I have to put a little shim in there. So this is just a folded scrap piece of bond paper that I put right on top. So I put it right here, and then I run that through. You could also put it right here if you wanted, and then it's sandwiched even more. And that is just acting as a shim, so it gives a little bit more to it. And you're going to get that. So once you design that up, you're going to get a card that might look like this. So I'm hoping that you can see some of the sparkle in there, some of our in colors, some of those great in color dots, and then just a really pretty card, a great wedding card that would be as well. Now, if we want to cut it, what you're going to do is just what we do now for cutting. We don't need that impressions mat. We are going to take this, our 1 and our 2, just like we normally do. And I pulled out some brand new ones for you. I'm not going to cut though. And then we're going to take our piece again, and we're going to just cut it just like you normally do. Put your next one on top, and you're going to run that through. So when you run it through, you're going to get something that looks like this. And you can see at this point this has not been run through that rubber impressions plate. It's only been cut. So then we're going to do the same thing with that impressions plate, which I just showed you. So you need to pull this guy off, put it on here. And you do need to, sometimes I've noticed it falls out, but it's really easy to get it back in there. So upside down, and so always refer to the instructions that come with it. And then you're going to put this on top. I'm going to put my shim in for mine. Yours may not need it. And we're going to run it through, and then we're going to get this. So just show you the two of those together, how you can see the difference in them. Pull it out here. So there's one. There's two. So you can really see that that gives it a lot more definition. So once you have that cut out, you can use that on a beautiful card like this. So this is some of our pearlized paper. Now this card here is a design from the Creative Kickstart collection. So what I love about it is that once you have the measurements and the layout figured out, you can really make it your own with all different colors and products. So very simple to make. This Kickstart collection is 41 pages of photos and instructions and layouts and measurements, everything that you need for 6 gorgeous cards. Now, one other thing that you can do, whoops, upside down, is you can take that die once it's cut out, you can add some color to it. So I just used a sponge dauber, tapped in a little bit of Barely Blush paper, and I just tapped it around, and then I did a little bit as well with the Peaceful Pine. So just a really simple card, but again, just stunning. And I did put a little wink of Stella there in the middle. So there's another idea for you using that exact same one. Okay, so now let's talk about that Phrases and Frames bundle. So this is how it comes, and it really doesn't look that exciting here right now, but there's some examples of what I've made with it, or cut out. Here they are, and there are only 4 dies in here, but they actually do more than just 4. So let me bring out what they look like when they're cut out. So there's one really large one, great for scrapbook pages or if you do a bigger card. Then there's a smaller one frame here. But what happens when you cut both of these out is that you get an inside. So this is the inside here. This I just chose a different color. That's the inside for here. And then this guy here has this cut out right here. And then there's one little guy here. So you can really see some of the definition, especially on this one. All of them really, for some gorgeous frames for a lot of your sayings or even images. Your whole card could be framed like that too. So that's the frames and phrases. So here's a card made with that one. So here you can see that I've used the 2-tone paper in Hydrangea Hue, and when the cutout happened, I used the opposite side of the paper, so I had 2 tones. And then I've got the frame, I've stamped in our crisp cantaloupe, Peaceful Pines. So this is some of the designer paper as well in the Bloom Boutique, and just a quick and easy reverse fold card. So there is more to that bundle that I started out with, and these are the stamps that go along with them. There's some really great sayings, and you've seen them already on some of my cards, but here's another one just to show you that you can also use. So if I pull in this card, so I cut this piece out of this piece, and then I used the negative. So I created a frame around there with the stamped images from the Opulent Oasis bundle. So a couple other ideas for you from that bundle. Okay, now I do want to show you on silver. So here's that one on silver. This is embossed, so run through with the impressions plate, and this one isn't. So you can choose not to run them through the impressions plate if you wished, because it's still going to give you a really nicely defined die. And then you've got a great oval that you can use as well. So I'm loving those. I didn't get them at first, but then I quickly did pull them out and I got them. So let's look at something a little different. So you may not even have really noticed this in the catalog, but it's on page 22, and there's a little picture here. This is called Luxe White, and it's 12 by 12 designer series paper, and it is this paper right here. So this paper is great on its own. You can really, let me pull one out here. You can really see when it's up close the silvery-like lines, but I want to show you what it looks like when we do add some color. So I'm just pulling in a piece of grid paper, the Peaceful Pine, and a blending brush, and I'm just going to tap in and I'm going to tap off, but then I'm going to go right over top. And when you go over top, you're going to reveal the design underneath. So you want to use the same kind of ideas that you do when you use blending. You're just going in a circular motion, you're tapping off, and you're going to start off and then go on. And you can go as dark or as light as you want. And then I would also suggest that you take a Kleenex after and just give that a nice little rub so that you can get any of that ink from those crevices, and it will come off. So that's what it's going to look like, and let me show you a couple cards made with that. So here's the first one. So this is another stamp set. This is the Words and Wishes stamp set, and I've got a piece of the Luxe and just a little bit of the Emboss Resist on there. And here's another one featuring the Phrases and Frames bundle where I've used all of them and just have some of that Coastal Cabana in the background. But then also note here, I cut apart that large frame and I just wanted to have a little bit of definition and color and a lot of that embossing down the side. And just a quick little note, so these are the Dreamy Flowers, and I just colored one of the small white ones with the Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blend. Now there's something else on that page that I want to show you, and it is this Floral Spray 3D embossing folder. And I'm also going to go back here. There's two main embossing folders here, Fern and Flora, which I'll also show you, but the Floral Spray I want to show you. So here's the Floral Spray. It's quite large, so it's about 6 by 8 1/4. And when you run it through, I've just done it on a piece of smoky slate. It's a 3D embossing folder, and you get just a beautiful piece. Now this would be great on a scrapbook page that you can just put on and then put your photos on. Perfect for weddings, really for any type of occasion. But you can also see that I've used it here just as a little bit of accent along the side, and I pulled in those silver frame, and I also did a little bit with the Opulent Oasis bundle, and this is Barely Blush. Very, very pretty color, very light to stamp words with, so I chose to do our embossing here. Now I want to show you another little technique. So here we have our Hydrangea Hue. These are great to open up, so much easier. And we are going to take a little bit of our embossed image and we are going to just put some color on it. So the first thing we want to do is just lightly. So when I did that other one, now I know we probably wouldn't really have blue leaves, but this is just to show you that you just want a very light touch, a little bit of a swirl, and try to only get onto the leaves. Now that might not be something that you think you would ever do. So here's something else that you might do. Pull in your Floral Spray, and there's a piece of white, and we are just going to color a little bit on right on the embossing folder itself. So open it up. Now I'm going to show you to put color so that you get a debossed image. And lots of times we don't use the debossed, but I'm just going to put a little bit of color right here on the part of the flower. So a little bit here and swirl it on, very, very light touch. And you can just get a little bit of color. In fact, you probably won't even be able to see it. And then you're going to put your piece of paper in there, and what you're going to get after you run it through is you're going to get something like this. So you have just a little bit of color here, and you don't have to use just one color. You can use a variety of colors. If you put it on the side that has the Stampin' Up! Logo, you're going to get and embossed. And this, I purposely went quite a bit darker on this one. So this is the opposite side of there. And I went quite a bit darker here so that you can see that you can get a lot of darkness if you want. So another technique that is super fun and super easy to do. So here's another card, and this is done with the debossed, and I used everything you see, and I pulled out some of the large scalloped circles for this one. This is another of the designs from the Kickstart collection. Simple to make, easy to adjust to what you have on hand. Let me show you this really quickly. So this includes 6 different card designs, and for each one you've got the full supply list, the measurements in metric and imperial, layout sketches, step-by-step instructions, plus tips, design tips, and alternative ideas that you can do with these exact cards. So if you've ever made a card and you thought, oh, I wish I could recreate that without guessing, that's exactly what this is for. This is one of the most useful things we've created for adding techniques into your card making. Okay, let me show you the fern and flora. So that is this one here, and I've just done it in Pretty Peacock. It is a really beautiful one, lots of dimension and texture. And here's a card made with that one, so using some of gold embossing powder over top of it, and just a little bit of the words and wishes dies that go along with that. Okay, so lots of different cards, all kinds of different ideas, simple to a little bit more elaborate, but I have to tell you, I'm really enjoying working with the impressions plate and the dies that come along with it, and embossing is one of my favorite techniques to work with. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you very much for joining us. And I hope that's given you just a few fresh ideas and maybe a different way of looking at the catalog. There are so many beautiful products in there, and sometimes all it takes is seeing them in action to spark that next project for you. Thanks so much for spending this time with us, and I can't wait to see what you create with it.